On April 30th, 2025, I officially resigned from my previous job. And this is June 30th, 2026, and I still do not have a job, like a full time job. And, it sounds very interesting, but that's the point of this video. The fact that I took a very big risk, and 1 year and 2 months later, I still don't have the results of my risk. Now, I need you to understand that that job I was doing before was what a lot of people would probably consider comfortable. I was working remotely from the comfort of my home here. I also was being paid what a lot of people would say, okay, it is not a bad pay. And, it's a tech company. So there was this level or, reputation attached to it. Now, because I've always been a very ambitious person and a widely optimistic person, I've always known that I could actually get more. I could actually do better. Yes, I know that it was not a very wise decision, according to the books, that, to quit a job when you don't have a plan B. But because of I'm a very high risk taker, I just felt like, it was not going to be a bad idea. Now, this 1 year and 2 months has taught me so much, like, I mean, so much that that's the point of this video. I just want to tell you people from my experience, just in case you're in my situation or you're in any situation similar to this, and especially when you are a risk taker. This video is strictly for those who are wildly optimistic, those who are also high risk takers, and most importantly, people who really want the best out of your lives and are never going to be comfortable with whatever it is that is being served to them. Hi, my name is Gigi, and in this channel, I'm dedicated to sharing meaningful lessons for women like me, women who are interested in living a holistic, mindful, and most importantly, a fulfilling life. A life where every area of our lives is flourishing and we are happy and we feel like, yes, I actually designed this life from ground up. So if you're interested in topics about, improving yourself holistically, your career, your finances, and just general areas of your life, then you want to subscribe, share this video, leave a comment, and most importantly, stick around and watch my other videos. You guys, you might actually love it here because we are all sisters. So I was working as a content marketer, actually at a B2B HR software company, and I liked the job. I'm not going to lie. It was a good job in terms of like I had a lot of experiences. Like I got a lot of, let's say career results from there. One of the things that I brag about right now, like during job interviews, I got it from that role. That's basically what I mean. But I wanted more in terms of that. I was not comfortable with a place that I could not see myself grow into something else. In as much as yes, I'm currently like 5 years in marketing generally. I still have a vision. I want a place where I can be more competitive. Now, 1 year later, something that I really learned is that one, things may not always work out the way you want. Things may not always work out the way you thought. Yes, I knew that getting a job was not going to be easy, but I wasn't expecting it to be as hard as it has been. Let me just put it like that. I wasn't expecting it to be this hard. But the point of this video is what that hard has taught me. That hardship of getting a good job, or getting a better opportunity, especially when you play that card or you've played that risk card, and maybe that risk card is not giving you the results you want. The best thing to do in this kind of situation, it must not be in terms of job hunting, as far as is where you're taking a very huge risk and you're still young. Emphasis on young, because I'm extremely young. I'm currently 25, so I would consider myself very young because I have like a lot of time to like play things harder than whatever. Let me just put it like that. Is you have to learn how to experiment with your life. That's the point of this video. If you're in your 20s, especially when you've been job hunting for a long time, especially when you've been trying to get certain things and that thing may not be working the way you want, don't put yourself in a box. Try to also experiment. Now, nobody's telling you to give up on your dreams, because I've not given up my tech marketing dreams. Experimenting here is allowing yourself to play with the other skills that you have. For example, I've been more consistent with content creation after I quit my job. Like, I've had more time to create content both on YouTube and on social media, like on Instagram and TikTok. I've also had the time to try a completely new business. I currently launched, okay, something in 2026, like in March, I launched a domestic care agency where we offer nannies, housekeepers, and cleaners to people in my local environment. Now, that business has also taught me a lot of things that I did not know, both when it comes to, people management, just generally so much, because running a business is entirely different from being like a corporate worker. Like, there are lessons in both sides, but like, oh my God, like the discipline of entrepreneurship is crazy. So my point is, you want to try out other things that you probably wouldn't have thought about before. You have a lot of passions, you have a lot of skills. For example, let's say you also are looking for a job like me, and let's say you are also in marketing like me, or you have any other skill. You could actually try to start a business out of that than always sitting down to wait for, like, whenever you're going to get the job. I see a lot of people on LinkedIn complain about, oh, getting a job has been very hard, oh, this and that. And sometimes I'm like, yes, I understand because I know what it's like and I've lived that life for like a year plus now. And when I tell people you want to also try other things, you want to experiment with your life, it's like, oh, are you telling me to quit? Are you telling me to give up? I'm not telling you to give up. I can't tell you to give up. I would never tell you to give up on something. I would only tell you to try to also multiply your sources. And those things you're multiplying on doesn't necessarily mean that it's completely outside the field. It could be within that same industry or that same field, but probably let's say a broader version. Although the business I started is completely different from marketing and has nothing to do with the tech world. It's just a domestic care agency. It has to do with people every day. It's a traditional business. And I would say it's easier for me. It might not be easy for everybody, but if I wasn't doing like that business, I'll probably be experimenting with something else at the same time. If you're a high risk taker like me and you've been searching all your life for something and maybe that thing is not really working out, I would never tell you to give up, but I also want you to learn that you are still young. I have a lot of potentials. You might want to spread your hands a bit and also try out and experiment with other things. So let me know if you can relate to this situation of mine and if you can relate to any kind of situation at all. Maybe you've been searching for something for a long time and that thing seems to not really be working out. Have you been experimenting with anything or are you planning to experiment with anything at all? Let me know in the comments and share this video with somebody who might be in the same situation or who might be experiencing the same kind of situation of fear. And please remember that everything has its own time. Don't ever give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Continue, just continue. But most importantly, you're young and the world is like this limitless ocean of opportunities. So don't put yourself in a box. See you in the next video.